Welcome to Well Fucked Wife, the podcast. I am Dr. Chelsea Page, licensed sex and relationship therapist, international sex mentor, and expert, helping you become healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked. This episode of the Well Fucked Wife podcast is brought to you by sexlikediamonds.com. My online pleasure boutique that I co-own with my fabulous mother, where you get to find amazing, luxurious lingerie pieces and delicious sex toys to support you on your well-fucked wife journey. Head on over to sexlikediamonds.com to shop now. Hello, gorgeous ladies. Dr. Chelsea Page here, and I'm excited to dive into this new episode of the Well Fucked Wife podcast. And today we're talking about why you don't feel loved in your marriage. When we are wanting to be healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wives, that feeling well-loved part can often feel absent in our relationship. And I want to really dive into why that is and the signs that what you're looking at is actually what is creating you feeling not loved. And so it's often not what your husband is doing or not doing. It's how you're receiving it, how you're interpreting it, what meaning you're putting to things. So we'll dive into that. And then what the fuck to do about it? What's next? What do we do when we're not feeling loved, and how to actually shift this so you can feel that essence of being a well-loved and well-fucked wife. And before we even dive in deeper, I just want to share some freaking exciting news that I'm so fucking excited for. I get all cussy when I'm excited. That's also why there's a cuss word in my brand, The Well Fucked Wife, because it's just like, it has the energy and it's so delicious, and it just, it's like a turn on just in the name itself and the essence itself and the frequency itself, which is what a well-fucked wife is. She is rooted in pleasure and love and turn on and all the deliciousness. So anyways, the exciting news is the Well Fucked Wives Club has been remodeled, re-renovated. It is the new and improved Well Fucked Wives Club, and it is fucking phenomenal. So this is my online space. It's the private women's club where we really gather into the magic, into the essence, into the embodiment of being a healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wife. And when you join the Well Fucked Wives Club, there are different rooms that you can go into. There's the front entrance. There is the complimentary membership into the Well Fucked Wives Club. So this is where you get to start really feeling the vibe. So here on the podcast, this is where you are getting a taste of the energy. When you join the Well Fucked Wives Club, that is you being in the energy itself. And it's one of the first yeses that you have to being a healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wife. And we have weekly activations where you get to plug into your ears the deliciousness of the theme of the month. So right now, the theme of the month is Love Month, and we rotate through health, wealth, love, and pleasure, lather, rinse, repeat, and going deeper and deeper and deeper to really embody being healthy, wealthy, and well-loved and well-fucked, and journeying through that through what I call naked living. That is the process. That is the philosophy. That is the way of life for a well-fucked wife. It is where we get naked of all the conditioning, the shoulds, the have to, the supposed to, really shedding the ego and our survival identity from leading the show. Because when we are leading from our survival, that is in complete opposition of being a well-fucked wife who is leading from her sovereignty, very naked from all of the masks, the conditionings, the costumes, the proving, the people-pleasing, the perfectionism, the performing that we think that we need to do in order to be healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked. We remove the condition and we come back to the naked truth. You get to go deeper beyond that. So beyond the complimentary membership space, is the VIP room. This is where we deepen in and you get opportunities for hot seat coaching. This is where we go even beyond into the conversations that you receive in the activations and the complimentary membership. This is where you get personalized touch by me and a group of other women who are wanting to get even more intimate with their well-fucked wife identity. And if you want even more personalized support, that's where the inner circle comes into play. That is my small group mastermind, very intimate, where you get ongoing touch inside of a private Telegram group where you not only get the VIP Zoom calls, where you get hot seat coaching and you get preferred space on that by being an inner circle member, but you also get the group Telegram coaching in a private space where anything that's coming up, you're like, oh my gosh, Chelsea, I tried this thing where I focused differently on receiving the love for my husband and it quite didn't land. Like, what's happening? Can you support me here? You get more real-time support. And then, of course, there's the private suite in the Well Fucked Wives Club. And this is the most elite diamond level experience for the woman who wants the most first class, white tablecloth, luxurious experience in private mentorship and support, and also my VIP days, which I'm so fucking excited. And right now I actually have one spot open for the year-long private mentorship where you get private Telegram access with me and quarterly VIP days. So if you are wanting that, that's a 6-figure investment. So send me a message and I'll send you the application and we'll talk about having that beautiful private suite experience. And so with all of these different rooms in the Well Fucked Wives Club, you get to choose how close and intimate you want to get with your well fucked wife identity and how much you want really personalized support by me through your journey as well, and the support of the women all on the Well Fucked Wives Club journey with you, being a well fucked wife. So make sure you come join the Well Fucked Wives Club. We would love to have you come inside. Just head on over to drchelseapage.com/club and you'll have all the information there to join. So I just wanted to share that with you before we really dive in and just officially announce the whole remodel of the Well Fucked Wives Club. And that is the spot to be. So you're going to hear me talk about it all the fucking time because the party is happening in the club. And so as we dive into this piece of being healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wives, the well-loved piece is such a core essence of being a well-fucked wife. And we want to make sure that the love that is already present in our life and in our marriage, in our relationship, that we are actually receiving what already is. So when a woman comes to me and is like, I'm just not feeling as loved in my marriage as I want to be. I'm not feeling the romance. I'm not feeling the feeling wanted by him. I'm not feeling adored or cherished and by him. And this all comes down to this piece that I want to talk about today is feeling just well loved. And one of the biggest reasons why we're not feeling loved to the degree that we're wanting to in our relationship is not because our partner is not showing up in XYZ way. This is where a lot of us are going to focus on what our husband is doing or not doing, what he is saying or not saying, how he's showing up or how he's not showing up. The problem with this is it is very externally focused. It is outside of you that you're trying to focus on to control, to make sure that he shows up in a certain way so that you feel loved. That's conditional. And in that programming, in that relationship dynamic, you are using your husband to get something that you actually can already access inside of yourself. This is something that we talked even deeper on in the first Love Month activation inside the Well Fucked Wives Club, the free complimentary membership. So you get to really dive into why we are doing that. Why are we focusing on what our husband is doing, what our partner is doing or not doing, and trying to source our feeling of loved, being loved, and also feeling worthy, feeling valued, feeling enough, feeling wanted, feeling desired, and putting all that pressure on our husband to provide that for us. And here's the thing. Ooh, I got nose itchies. That means some good things are coming through. We want our man and his masculine to provide for us. But what we don't want him to provide us is proof that he loves us, that he desires us, that he loves you, wants you, worships you, adores you, cherishes you. If you are needing him to provide you proof that he loves you, then we're going about this the completely wrong way. Because when you're looking for proof that he loves you, what then you're actually looking for is relief. Okay, I feel loved. Okay, he does love me. Okay, he did unload the dishwasher. That means he loves me. He did remember to call me on his way home from work. That means he loves me. He didn't forget to call me, and that means he loves me. So all of these moments, all these actions are then being tied to proof that he loves you, and then is giving you this relief, like this big exhale, like, thank God he loves me. And what you're really looking at underneath the surface of that is proof that he loves you so that you can have relief that he does, so that you can feel safe, so that you don't have to feel in survival mode, so you don't have to feel unsafe. When we're looking for proof, that is from your survival identity that you grew up with, your people pleaser, your fight, flight, fawn, or freeze response part of you, the overachiever part of you, the perfectionist side of you, all these different parts of you that are in operation to try to go hunt down the proof for you. So when we look at our husband and say, I need you to make sure, so let's see, a classic one that is still valuable, but not the whole answer. I make sure I tell my clients that. If we think of like the 5 love languages, for example, these are ways that we can then express to our partner and feel that expression of love back to us from our partner in a way where it really lands, that the tangible form of the love that our partner has, that's our preferred way of receiving it. So for me, for example, physical touch and quality time is a huge one for me. And I would say words of affirmation is pretty up there too, but at the top is physical touch. And so to receive physical touch from my husband in that tangible form, then the love that he has for me, then I can see that reflected in the physical touch that he gives me. But the problem becomes when then I'm hyper-focused on the touch he gives me and the touch he doesn't give me, and then making it mean that he loves me not. He loves me not. He loves me not. Do you remember that old childhood game, like picking the flower? He loves me not. He loves me not. That's what we do when we're hyper-focused on our partner doing something or not doing something. So if we're sitting and watching TV and my husband puts his, hand on my thigh, and then I interpret that as like relief, proof that he loves me, and now I can actually relax, then that is, now again, that's tied to proof that he loves me rather than receiving it as beautiful expression of his love. And if he doesn't put his hand on my thigh, I could go to, I wish he would put his hand on my thigh. Why isn't he putting his hand on my thigh? It must mean he doesn't love me. He hasn't done that in a long time. Is it ever going to happen again? And oh my gosh, the drama that we go inside our mind. Now we go into the he loves me not pathway. He loves me not. He loves me not. And now we're just flip-flopping back and forth depending on how our partner shows up. And because our husband, bless them, are not perfect, then we're always going to be presented with evidence, quote unquote, that he doesn't love us, or that he does, or he doesn't, or he does. And then we're like, well, does he? I don't fucking know. Does he love me? Does he not? Because yesterday he put his hand on my thigh, but today he didn't. So did he love me yesterday, but today he doesn't? Do you see kind of the trap in that situation? It's a trap. As opposed to already feeling the essence and the energy and receiving the truth that you are already the energy of love itself. And again, we go deeper into this, into the very first Love Month activation inside the club, where you access and feel this truth that I'm already worthy, I am already enough, I am already valuable, I'm literally love on legs. I am a woman. That is inherently in our biology of already being the essence of love, the essence of power, the essence of pleasure, the essence of enoughness, of worthiness. So we don't need to get proof that that exists, nor do we need to prove that we are lovable, that we are worthy, that we are enough. We don't need to do that because it's already true. It already exists. It's like this freaking nose on my face. Do I need to prove that I have a nose? Do I need to make sure that the world knows that I have a nose? Do I need my husband to constantly point out my nose to remind me that it exists? And if he doesn't point to my nose to then remind me that it exists, does that mean now it doesn't exist? Just because he didn't validate it, didn't acknowledge it? So in this silly analogy, our nose is love. Just like the freaking nose on your face, the ears that you are literally listening to this to, you exist, which means love exists. It is you. You are love. You don't need proof of it, nor do you need to prove yourself so that you can be loved. You are already love. And so anything that your husband does or doesn't do no longer becomes proof that you are love and that you are loved. When you already know that your husband loves you and you don't need him to constantly validate that, constantly give you reassurance that he loves you, that frees you up to actually receive him in the form of abundance, in the form of overflow. And instead of in the frequency of he's proving to you, he's proving his love for you, and therefore then having to prove that you are loved, instead of being in this whole proving pattern and dynamic, instead, anything that he then provides you with, brings flowers for you, puts his hand on your thigh, takes you out to dinner, buys a gift for you, whatever the fuck it is. Now it's like the dessert of your life. It becomes this, oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, more please. It becomes this gratitude experience rather than this proving experience, rather than this survival experience that I need to, like past Chelsea, she would actually source this feeling of being loved through sex. I need my husband to want to have sex with me, to initiate sex with me, to want to be intimate with me for proof that he loves me. And if he loves me, then that means that he's not going to leave me. And if he doesn't leave me, that means I'm not going to feel abandoned. And that feels unsafe, the idea of being abandoned. And then that way I'm not going to be abandoned and then left out in the desert to die. So now him initiating intimacy with me becomes this whole proving and safety and trying to prove to Chelsea that she's not going to die. Holy shit. Like, that is not sexy. If safety is entangled with the actions that your husband is doing or not doing, you are not going to be the healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wife that you want to be. Guarantee. I put millions and millions of dollars on that. It is not possible. You might have glimpses of it, but it's not going to stay. We want to stay as a well-fucked wife. We want to stay in the feeling of feeling loved. But if we're constantly trying to feel safe, that's not us in the same dance with love. We can't be in the dance with safety and with the dance with love. They're two different dances. It's like trying to dance the tango and the bachata at the same time. It's like your body is going to like glitch out. It doesn't work that way. So if you're wanting to be well loved, but instead you are focused on feeling safe, then you are going to be sorely disappointed and you're going to prove yourself right. This is something I always come back to. Our human mind, our brain, wants to keep proving ourselves right, which is interesting. As I just say, we don't want to look for proof, but this is kind of I'm going to literally contradict myself in this moment. Our minds wants to look for evidence and proof that what we believe to be true is true. And so if we're wanting to believe to be true and looking for and hunting down evidence that we are safe, then we're going to constantly look for that. And we're going to look at evidence that we're not safe. So back to the he loves me not. If you are interpreting, like for me, whether or not my husband has sex with me, if we interpret that as he loves me or he loves me not, which actually means I'm safe or I'm not, then we're literally constantly proving to our system, to our brain, to our body that our safety is sourced in someone else's actions, which means we're constantly going to be in a back and forth. We're safe. Am I safe? Am I not? Am I safe? Am I not? Does he love me? Does he not? Does he love me? Does he love me not? Am I safe? Does he love me? Am I not safe? Does he not love me? It all gets entangled. And then we prove ourselves that. And then we're like, see, he doesn't love me, which then means, see, I'm not safe. And then the response comes in. We shut down our body. We close off our heart a little bit more. We withdraw a little bit more. We kind of harden our feminine instead of allow ourselves to be open and in receiving and allowing in the love that is here. Instead, we start to shut ourselves down, which then is going to reflect out into our partner of like, they can't penetrate us. We can't actually let the love in. So then we actually end up reinforcing our biggest fear is like, okay, I'm not receiving any love. Well, it's because you got the fucking door closed. Love is at your doorstep, knocking on the door, but you're not fucking open the door and letting it in. You literally have it closed. And then you're telling yourself like, I'm not loved. And then your internal system is like, see, we're not loved. We're not safe. We need to protect ourselves even more. And then we end up repeating the pattern over and over and over again because we're proving to ourselves that actually we're not safe. But if we actually want to be proving something, then we need to be proving to ourselves that we actually are loved, that we are already safe. We are already safe because you as an adult are no longer the 5-year-old child in you back in the day that literally your survival relied on your caregivers. And I'm not going to go fully into that right now because I go into that in the activation inside of the Well Fucked Wives Club around the connection, the deeper connection of our past and our upbringing and our survival strategy to be long so that we can feel safe, because literally our survival depended on our parents. We had no way to go and figure out how to get food as a fucking 5-year-old. No. Maybe kind of, you can maybe like fend for yourself and go find some food in the kitchen, but how is that food actually there? Because your parents bought the food. Food, shelter, etc. And you came up with these really creative strategies to ensure that you kept being safe. For me, it was, I'm going to be the people pleaser because that I make sure that everyone in my home is happy, which means then everything feels safe. I feel loved, but actually I feel safe because I'm guaranteed to still have the roof over my head, or so I would think, and food in front of me. And well, that doesn't even account for feeling energetically safe or emotionally safe, but physically safe, sure, why not? But that carries with us into our romantic relationships, that we are still trying to find safety in the relation that we have with our partner. We're trying to prove to ourselves that we are safe, but we're already safe. And if we need proof, the proof is you exist. Just like if you need proof that you're loved, look at yourself in the mirror. Your existence is proof of love. Your existence is proof of you are safe. That doesn't mean you're not going to have uncomfortable as fuck experiences in your life, but that doesn't mean you're not unsafe. You are an adult now. You can provide for yourself. Put a roof over your head. Put food on your plate. You're safe. So you don't need that from your partner. You are already safe. And so you don't need him to prove that he loves you, which is just an entanglement to prove that you are safe, because it proves that you belong, and then you're not going to feel that sense of abandonment, because the abandonment feels unsafe. But what the most awful thing happens is when we're trying to make sure that we feel safe, feel loved, so our partner doesn't leave us. With a lot of women, we have that abandonment wound. We end up abandoning ourselves in the process. That's the biggest pain of all. It's not that others leave. It's that we leave ourselves. We completely ditch ourselves. We leave her into the ditch and be like, all right, fucking figure it out. I'm going to go hunt down this person to make sure I feel safe. But when you don't abandon yourself, you stay aligned with the naked truth of who you are, that I am safe. I am safe, I am sovereign, I am sexy, I am enough, I am worthy, I am love, I am pleasure, I am power. That is who I am. All of that is the core root of a well-fucked wife. That identity is not up for negotiation. It is not up to be impacted by what someone does or doesn't do, who's in your life or who's not in your life, whether your husband unloads the fucking dishwasher or not. It is not dependent on that. That is conditional identity. And that's just you going back to your survival identity. When you already know without a shadow of a fucking doubt, it is non-negotiable, it is set in stone, you're married to this truth that I am love, then whether or not your husband puts his hand on your thigh is the difference between he put his hand on your thigh or he didn't. It's just a fact. And if we want to receive that experience, which we do, that's when we receive, yum, more please. And in the absence of not getting the hand on your thigh, for example, I can still stay present with this reality while also staying present with my desire for this reality to be different. I'm not shutting myself off from not having received that touch on my thigh or not having had my husband initiate sex today. Or if we even apply this to say money, not maybe receiving money today. It's okay. It doesn't dictate your worth. It doesn't change whether or not you're loved or not, whether or not you're valued or not, whether or not you're safe or not, whether or not you are powerful or not. That doesn't change. Instead, it's yum. I totally received this kiss my husband gave me, and I would love more. So we say yes to what is here, not because that's the only thing we want, but because we are present with the current reality. We receive it for what it is. It's I see you, I receive you, thank you for showing yourself to me, and either it's yum, more of that, thank you, more please, or it's, you know what, I would prefer something else. So for example, say you're at the restaurant and I don't know, someone your husband orders for you and he orders you the, I don't know, tomato soup and grilled cheese. And it lands in front of you and it's not what you want. what we want is to receive the energy and essence of that. Can you receive the love that is there through that action? Oh my gosh, babe, thank you so much for ordering for me. I love that you ordered for me. And what I would prefer is actually the filet mignon. That's what I would prefer. And so you're not rejecting what is, and you're not pretending that that's exactly what you want, but you're also not rejecting your desire either. You're allowing yourself to be with both. And this is how we cultivate this deeper experience of feeling loved in your relationship. Is, can you receive the love that is coming through in its tangible form right now, while also being very clear on what your desire is, what your preference is. But we're not rejecting what is, we're receiving what is. And say, ooh, yes, and I would like something different. Yes, yum, more please. Maybe you receive, I don't know, $1 in your bank account. Instead of looking, but you want $1 million, instead of looking at all of the money that's not there tangibly and looking at that evidence of like, see, I'm not safe, or I'm not rich, or I'm not loved, or I'm not valued, or I'm not worthy. Instead, you receive that $1 and go, oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful, tangible form of just value and abundance and love. Yum, I received that, and I'm excited to also receive $1 million. So it becomes this gratitude, appreciation of what is, while still staying open to the more that you want. But if you shut yourself off to what you're receiving now and then say, I'm not loved, is that actually true? Or is it, I am receiving love? I am receiving this tangible expression of love that I already know is there. I just am delighting in it like a dessert, that it's coming in tangible form. But the tangible form isn't proof that it is there. It's just a fun expression of it. Love is energy, and love comes into form. So whether or not my husband kisses me, I know the love is there. And I'm in so much delight and gratitude when it comes into tangible form through a kiss. It's like, yum, yes, thank you for showing up at my door and I'm letting you in. But we receive that, we're open to it, and we're present with it. And just because we want more, or just because we want something different, does not mean the love isn't already there. Because love already exists in you too, in you first. You are literally the first form of love. Your body is the tangible form of the frequency of love. So if you ever doubt if love exists, if you're loved, just touch yourself. Look at yourself in your body, in your eyes, in the mirror. Look at your body, feel your body. Remember that your body is literally a form and a tangible expression of love. I don't care what the fuck it looks like. It is love in a form. It is you. And so even if you're single and you're wanting to be tangibly in the form a well-fucked wife, well-loved and well-fucked, tap into the essence of, I am already in the frequency of love because I exist. So I receive this tangible expression of love, and I am open, and I am so in the frequency of receiving and opening and desiring love to also come in the form of my man. It's both and. Say you've been married for 12 years and you're not feeling loved in the way that you want to. Look at the areas where that frequency of love is already existing in tangible form. First, can you feel the actual truth that love is there even without looking at the tangible form that it's coming through? that your body is the frequency of love, so it already exists in your marriage. If you are fully present in your marriage, then love fully exists in your marriage, because you bring this huge fucking ingredient with you. But if you're not present and you're abandoning yourself, and then you say love doesn't exist, it's because you are not existing. You are not present in your marriage. You are not present in your body, which is where love exists. And if that's the case, I was like, I'm 12 years married and I'm not feeling the love. Come back home to yourself and the love that is already there in you. And can you feel the existence of that? And then look at even the little bitty forms of expression that love is present in your life. And if it's feels too muddled in your mind to look at what your husband is doing or not doing, because you keep attaching the meaning of, oh, it must mean he doesn't love me, and you can't look at it from a way of abundance and gratitude and appreciation. Instead, you're linking your survival identity to it. One of the best places to start is with yourself. How am I bringing this frequency of love that is already inside of me and that is already me? How can I make sure that that love comes into tangible form through self-love? That might be like right now, I have my seltzer water poured in a wine glass. That is love coming in tangible form, in the form of me putting my drink in a fancy glass because it has me feel good. And that is love in tangible form reflected back to me, which is like, my own love reflected back to me in the form of seltzer and wine glass. It's pretty simple in that way. That's what self-love is. Feeling the love that is already inside of yourself, and also allowing that love that is already inside of yourself to take up tangible form and all certain types of forms outside of you. And really, anything, your whole reality mirrored back to you, that is literally love being mirrored back to you. Every single fucking thing in your life right now, everything. Even if you want it to take a different form. And there are some things that are mirrored back of your survival identity to you, but that's still coming from love in a way. It's because you love yourself so much that you want yourself to live, to survive. But that's the most base form of showing yourself that you love yourself, that you want yourself to just exist. It's fucking phenomenal. Like, hells yeah, we want you to exist, but we don't want you to just exist. We want you to be expressed in this life. So survival is like the very base form of love. But we want thriving, expression, abundance. So look around in your life right now. Look at where love is mirrored back to you in tangible form. The $1 in your bank account, that is love. That is love money. That is love in the frequency of money mirrored back to you. But if you look at it as not enough because you want more, then you're literally rejecting the love that is already there. If your husband gives you a kiss, but you're actually wanting him to ravish you and push you on the bed and have his way with you, if you reject the kiss and only want the full ravishing, then you are rejecting love. And if you're rejecting love, then how are you going to have enough energy to expand enough to form into the full ravishment? We say yes and receive the love and the form that is here and say, oh my gosh, I receive the kiss and I desire the full ravishment, please. The full experience. Yum, yes, please. Where is it showing up in your life right now? Where can you actually do more things for yourself in the name of love? To know that, like the bubble bath that I had for myself yesterday. That was me, my masculine inside of me, taking an action, taking the love that is inside of me and putting it into the form of a bubble bath to have that love of myself reflected back to me. Love in a form is simply a mirror of our truth already inside of us. So notice where the love is already there. So when you catch your mind saying, where is the love? I'm not feeling the love in my relationship. I'm not loved. Like, I wish you would love me in this way and that way and that way. It's like, that's coming from such a whiny child kind of place. Like, where is the love? Like, are we there yet? I have to go pee. Why hasn't he ravished me yet? Or if you're single, where's my man? Why isn't he here? Stomp, 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 temper tantrum. Instead, it's like, oh my gosh, look at the love that my life is already reflecting back to me. And I desire the love in my life to take the tangible form of such a loving man and have that reflected back to me. Both get to coexist. The love that is already in tangible form in your life as it is right now, you love all upon that and you stay open to more. That is the magic. That is where love becomes so fucking abundant, so limitless, because you are loving what is and you're opening to what is coming through the pipeline. And it's gonna come through the pipeline because the more you stay in love with what is, you're literally fanning the flame of the energy of love. But if you reject what is, you are literally snuffing out the flame of love and then claiming that there is no love. And it's like, well, yeah, because you fucking poured some water on it. You shut the door to it. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, so stop hiding from love, running away from love, shutting the door to love, rejecting love, throwing water on the fire of love, and then claiming that there is no love. Yeah, of course there's not, because you totally killed it. Let love be alive and see where it is already alive in your life. And if you ever doubt if love is there, look at yourself in the fucking mirror, because you are alive, therefore love exists. You are alive, therefore love exists, because you are love. If you want to dive deeper into this conversation, really getting into the embodiment, the identity, the frequency, the truth of non-negotiable, unconditional love within yourself, really deepening into being well-loved as a healthy, wealthy, well-loved, and well-fucked wife, please come and join us in the Well-Fucked Wives Club. There is plenty of space for you. It is limitless. There is so much room for you and your magic and your power and the love and the enoughness and the worthiness that you already have. So come and join us, whether it's in one of the paid deeper rooms or the free membership space. drchelseapage.com/club. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. That was delicious. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. I would love to invite you to come a little bit closer to drchelseapage.com, where you will find all the goodies for support, including my private coaching and the Well Fucked Wives Club. I will see you in the next episode.